Here's a revised version of the story based on your exact requirements: natural American voice, cinematic tension, emotional rhythm, and a satisfying yet controversial ending, told as if someone was sitting across from you just laying it all out. It started with a raw, not metaphorical, not poetic, just the god-awful grinding scream of a cement mixer at 6 a.m. I thought maybe someone finally lost it out here in our sleepy little pocket of semi-rural suburbia. You know, snapped from too many HOA newsletters or a rogue rooster crowing one time too many. I didn't even check the window at first, figured maybe the Johnsons were building a new patio. But when the second truck pulled in, and I heard shouting, not the usual neighborly good morning, the kind, I stepped outside in my flannel pajamas and boots and saw it. A full-blown construction crew. Neon vests, utility flags, stakes, and smack dab in the middle Karen Whitmore, president of our beloved HOA, wearing a pink velour tracksuit and backing orders like she was Napoleon with a clipboard. And right across my land, not near it, not beside it, across it, a straight line of wet concrete was being poured through my pasture like someone had dropped a mini highway from a helicopter. I blinked a few times, thinking maybe I was still dreaming, maybe my coffee hadn't kicked in. But no. Karen was standing there, waving her arms so hard I thought she'd take flight. I walked up calm, collected, and said, "Morning, Karen. Any chance you want to explain why there's a freaking driveway getting poured through my property before my cows even finish breakfast?" She barely looked at me. Just jabbed at her clipboard like it was a Supreme Court ruling. "It's for my daughter's wedding," she said. "We needed better access. HOA voted to approve it." Just like that. Like that made it legal. Like I wasn't standing on my own land, watching strangers carve it up. Now, here's the thing, I tried reasoning. I pointed out property lines, easement rights, the lack of permits. But Karen had an answer for everything. "It's temporary," she said. "We'll cover it with grass seed after." Then she claimed to have a permit which turned out to be nothing but a stack of HOA newsletters stapled together like a fifth grader's book report. I called the sheriff. He came, shrugged, called it a civil matter, told me to call a lawyer. And by sundown, 100 feet of fresh black asphalt split my pasture in two like a scar. That night, I sat on my porch just staring at it. I wasn't even angry yet. Just fascinated. Like, how far was she really gonna take this? Was this a power trip? A wedding obsession? Both. Either way, I called Maria, my lawyer, and told her the whole mess. She laughed for a solid 30 seconds, then went deadly serious. "Rick, if she didn't file a permit, she's screwed. But you need to play this smart." So I got smart. Surveyor came out. We flagged every inch of my land. I put up a big wooden gate right across the mouth of that shiny new driveway. Private property. No through traffic. That kind of thing. And wouldn't you know it? The next morning, Karen was back. In a rage. Pink tracksuit flapping like a war banner, her husband snapping pictures, muttering about lawsuits. They called the sheriff again. This time, 2 deputies. Same result. Civil issue. Karen lost it, told me I was obstructing community access. I told her she'd paved the damn road on private land, and if she wanted access, she could talk to my lawyer. That didn't sit well. She stormed off, threats flying. Now here's the twist: Karen wasn't just determined. She was strategic. Suddenly I was the villain. She told the neighborhood I was heartless, that I'd promised access, that I was ruining her daughter's big day. People started asking to use the shortcut. Cars drove over my grass. So I doubled down. Cameras. Signs. Lock reinforced. She called an emergency HOA meeting. I showed up, laid out the facts: my land, no permits, no permission. Her story wobbled. She said I was ruining everything out of spite. I said anyone using the road was trespassing. The room got real quiet. Some neighbors nodded. Some looked away. Karen. She doubled down, filed an actual lawsuit against me for obstruction, emotional distress, damage to community spirit. I couldn't make that up if I tried. Then came the hammer. Maria discovered Karen had tried filing a retroactive permit under her own parcel number. Not mine. With my forged signature. County flagged it as fraud. That changed everything. We sent her a cease and desist. She ignored it. Tried to have the gate removed with a tow truck. That guy read the situation and bailed. From there. Full-blown drama. Karen weaponized social media. HOA newsletters were stuffed in my mailbox with passive-aggressive articles about rogue neighbors. She even called in a local councilman to mediate. He lasted 10 minutes before slipping out the back. The county opened an investigation. Investigators came out, looked at the survey markers, asked me if that was my signature on the permit. I laughed. No. Karen tried spinning it as a misunderstanding. Her husband backed off fast. Within the hour, they told her to lawyer up. And yet she still didn't quit. Sent a letter offering to negotiate. Promised to remove the driveway after the wedding. I said sure if she signed a legal agreement, paid damages, and restored the land. Upfront. Escrow. She balked. Came back the next day begging. Eventually, the county pressed charges. Fraud. Trespassing. We settled civilly. She paid fines, did community service. And, just like that, the driveway started coming up. Asphalt chunks ripped away. My field slowly started breathing again. Karen. She showed up every day during removal. Clipboard in hand, head down. She apologized for real, this time. Wrote a letter. Stepped down from the HOA. Quietly. No fanfare. And somehow, I didn't hate her anymore. I was too tired. Too relieved. A few months later, I ran into her at the grocery store. She looked smaller, not just physically, but like she'd finally let go of whatever control she thought she had. She thanked me for not making it uglier. I told her we were done, but yeah, let's make sure it never happens again. Now, my pasture's whole. The fence is solid. The deer are back. And the only driveway crossing my land now is the one I put there myself. Because I chose to. Let me ask you something. If this happened in your neighborhood, who do you think was in the wrong? The homeowner defending their land or the neighbor who thought a wedding justified rewriting the map? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about property, pride, and how far is too far when community becomes control.